Speaking of the best in Fresno and the Valley, I keep having to say the Valley, we have special guests, home stagers from Studio 12. Is that right?
Yes.
And it's John and
Jamie.
John and Jamie. I told you guys I'd forget it.
That's all right.
Now you stage homes.
Yes, we do.
So people are going to sell their home, and do you use their own furniture? You take furniture in?
We are a home staging and design company. We take your vacant property and stage it to look like a model home.
So it's always vacant. You don't take somebody's own furniture.
Oh, we do have homes that are occupied, but we do use our furniture. We own all of our own inventory.
Okay. Like you must have a giant warehouse.
We do have. We're quite the warehouse.
Now, my house, for example, has a nice sofa, but the cat has clawed it, so it's all stringy and hanging down. You think that takes away from a sale?
Yeah, it absolutely does take away from a sale. We obviously come in and we'll do a consultation before we actually come into stage. The majority of our clients have had vacant properties, but as John has mentioned, we will work with some of the pieces that a client has if it's an occupied home, and we'll come through and say, hey, you know, this is what we're going to do. Here's our game plan. If that couch doesn't appear to look in the best shape, we could probably work around it, or maybe even suggest storing it, and then we'll come in with our stuff to stage the property.
Put it in instead. Now, we have some pictures, don't we? Some examples. Maybe we'll look at some examples and just, do we need to fill or stretch while they're coming in? So, you guys are real estate agents. We should say that. What's the name of your real estate company?
We're actually with Modern Broker.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Out of Visalia. But our company name for the staging is Studio 12 Homes. So not only do we stage properties, but we also will meet with clients and list their properties for sale. But the benefit in using us is we will actually list your property and include the staging when you list your home with us.
Include the staging?
Yes.
Wow.
But we will work with other realtors. If they already have a client that has a home that needs staged, we obviously don't push the real estate side of things. We'll just go in and talk to them and what Studio 12 Homes can offer them.
Now, are these your graphics we're seeing on the screen there?
Yeah, so...
Yes, these are some statistics that National Association of Realtors put out last year, and it shows what percentage of home buyers look for a home first online, which is 92%. So a lot of people are looking for homes online before they even meet with the realtor. So for that home to show
just a little
full
picture,
capability,
a little teeny picture, you got to have a nice.
It's got to look good.
Now, do you just do the furniture inside, or you say we better paint this or that or something like that?
Yeah, so that's my job. John's kind of the muscle behind the things, but that's my job. I actually have my degree in interior design. I graduated from Fresno State. Actually, we both are Fresno State alum, and John's wrapping up his MBA right now. Go Bulldogs.
And I don't know if we remember to say you're from Lemoore.
Yes, we're from Lemoore, but we will service the Tri-County area, so Kings County, Tulare County, and Fresno County. But so that's my job as a interior designer and realtor. I'll come through before we actually stage it and say, hey, maybe this needs painted, maybe this needs switched up, maybe this needs cleaned up, maybe do these upgrades, and that way we kind of have a good eye of what is selling currently, what buyers want to see.
And do you ever go in and say, maybe we should remove this family picture because one of your kids isn't so good looking?
I wouldn't be that offensive, but yes. We have come through and asked them to depersonalize things because obviously it's a product, right, John?
Yes. When you put your home on the market for sale, it's just like any other product. It has to be marketed and packaged successfully for it to sell. So so our goal is to come in and stage it so it appeals to the broad market. And so if it's too personalized, it could really draw away from the greatness of your property.
What are these other graphics?
Just more statistics.
And do we have any pictures of the staging?
We do have, that video right there just kind of has some properties that we've staged within the last few months.
Let's take a look at a couple of those pictures there, Robert. Is that one there? I can't see that far.
I think we have a YouTube video if you want to check that out, the link, that right there.
That's it. Okay, let's let it roll.
It's like a slideshow. So.
Okay, So this is some of the staging.
Yeah, this is some of the jobs that we've done.
Brought in some dining table, a nice looking bed.
This was a vacant property. This one was occupied.
That's the easiest thing.
Sometimes.
That's beautiful. I wish my house looked like that.
This one was a vacant property. Actually, sometimes vacants are a little bit easier because we can just come in and basically just have a blank slate and just create that vision for a buyer.
I asked you this earlier, but is it just furniture? Do you paint?
We don't do any painting. We do refer out to local painters for that. So
you'll recommend that?
Yes, we have service providers that will do those types of things, but we mostly come in with the furniture and accessories.
And you're finding you're getting more and more calls. I remember houses were selling so cheap and so fast just a couple of years ago. So it's picking up.
Yes, it is. A lot of people want to get the top dollar for their property, so the best way to do that is to make sure, like John said earlier, that it's marketed and packaged correctly. So home staging and professional photography will do that for you.
You have a photographer?
We do have a photographer, so we will have that professionally photographed for you to make sure it's looking good to get people in the door, because that's the thing, when they're looking online first, just to get them in the door, it has to look absolutely best. And so, that's how they leave the money.
We don't like to push people on prices on this show. We usually don't do that. But is it really, really expensive?
Actually, nationally, the price to stage a home is anywhere between 1 to 3% of the list price. We are charging 1% of the list price to stage a property, and most people, what they have staged is the main living area. So your living room, dining room, kitchen, kitchenette, maybe an office or den. And then occasionally people will ask us to stage maybe the master bedroom and master bath, or if there was a room that was maybe awkwardly shaped or had a specific purpose, then we'll go ahead and stage those rooms for an additional fee.
Okay. And is it paid up front or when it closes?
Actually, thank you for asking. Most home stagers nationally, and even some of the other ones that might be in the area, do require payment up front before they even step foot in the door to stage the home. Wow. What we actually do, we will work with you on payment options. We do require 50% deposit, but then the rest of the bill can be paid at close of escrow to be paid with proceeds of the sale of the home. It's nice, so they don't have to come to the table with a huge chunk of change.
A lot of people who are selling a house aren't doing it because they're doing so well financially.
Right.
And that's great.
The equity's in the home.
So if you're a real estate agent or a real estate broker, you can call Studio 12.
Yes.
If you're a homeowner, you're thinking of selling, and I know you're here to talk more about the Studio 12 and being agents, but we'll just sneak it in.
Thank
Get
you.
the staging for free.
Yes, you'll get your staging for free.
And the photos and some other.
The photos would all be fine.
Yeah, so photos, 3D scan, single property website, staging, the whole shebang. We'll do everything that needs to be done to market it.
Yep. That's just about the best real estate agents. I shouldn't say that.
Thank you.
It's great. It's great service. So if you're in Lemoore or anywhere in Tulare County, Fresno County, or Kings County, call Studio 12 Staging.
Studio 12 Homes. That's the name of our staging company.
Jamie and John Tulak. And go ahead and give your number one more time.
My phone number, that's my direct number. You can call or text me at any time. My number is 559-707-1913.
And do you have a website they could go to?
We do. It's www.studio12homes.com.
Studio12homes.com.
Yep.
That's easy. I've
Super
memorized it already. Studio12homes.com. Anything else you need to add before we go? That's good. I'm excited about that.
Thank you. We are very excited.
Home stagers on here before.
We're so excited to bring this to the area.
Thank you for having us on.
We'll be back with more real estate right after this.
Thank you.